Hey teens, it's Christy here, and I'm so sorry that I haven't done any book reviews. It's been really crazy at the library, so sorry I missed out on the last 2 weeks. But this month I'm gonna try to beef up a couple of my book reviews and things like that. I just gotta, actually buckle down and start reading. So, so for this month I decided to do two different ones. I'm going to go ahead and do some Black authors that we have in the YA section and talk about their books and things like that. And I'm also going to talk about books with characters with disabilities because it's the 30th anniversary of the ADA this month. So for this week, I'll go ahead and talk about some Black authors that we have, and the next week will be books on disability. So to start off this week, I have Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. Dread Nation is set a little bit after the Civil War, but instead of the North and the South fighting each other, well, first they started off fighting each other, and then all of a sudden the dead started walking. So, a zombie, as you would call it. So they ended up fighting the zombies, and now the Americas decided to create an act where they have the African Americans who were slaves and the Native Americans learn how to fight these zombies, or shamblers as they're called in the book, so that they can go ahead and protect the white man. So the story follows Jane, who decides to join one of these schools on her own accord because she was born from a very rich mistress from the South. So you could imagine um, that scandal that happened. So yeah, so you follow Jane, and she goes to school. She's one of the top people. She's one of the top girls in her school, and she kind of can't wait to become an attendant, but she also really, really wants to go back to her home so she can see her mom, see all the aunties that are in the kitchen, and everything like that. So she is very close to graduating. And so she decides to go to a lecture, or she's really forced to go to a lecture with the other girls on like some new science that the white people have discovered for the shamblers. And of course everything goes sour, and Jane is forced to pretty much save all the white people that are in this lecture hall, which of course gains the attention of the mayor, and a lot happens after that. I don't want to give anything away, mostly because the second book just recently came out. And by recently, I mean back in February, but we just got it at the library because of everything that happened. Our own pandemic really happened. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this book, mostly because I am a big fan of um, rethinking history. I I just had the term and now I just lost it, but like almost like a history fantasy. I reimagined history. That's the word I was looking for. Reimagined. Especially with the zombie aspect of it. I'm not really a big fan of zombie apocalypses, but something about this that is kind of similar to The Walking Dead, but it's also set in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, where electricity, is kind of starting to come, and, science, and still the white people are still in power instead of, everyone working together, which of course, happens pretty much throughout the book, which is sad, but you also see like but Jane also uses that to her advantage, where she pretends to be dumb, but she's actually really, really smart, and she actually knows a lot more than what she lets on. Because she studied shamblers all of her life, so she knows what's going to work and what's not. And it kind of goes through like that aspect, and you get to see what all the other African Americans are doing as they're, kind of getting through all this, and just working together. It's phenomenal. I thought it was a really, really good book. I know Justina Ireland has a couple more books. I haven't read any of those, but I am actually currently reading the second book for the Dread Nation, so please pick it up. I obviously have an ebook of it. I do have a copy of it at the library, and we do currently have a second one on shelf as well. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm losing my voice. But Dread Nation, phenomenal reimagined history with zombies. It is a little bit Walking Dead-ish, whereas there is a settlement who thinks that they're, safe from all the shamblers, and of course there's giant hordes of zombies, and but I think something that's different from The Walking Dead is that the zombies seem like that they're actually getting smarter. The more that, as the years go on, they're starting to coordinate attacks, they're starting to get almost a little bit smarter than the people who are fighting them. So, obviously, Jane and her group of friends who have learned to fight shamblers have to keep one step ahead of them. So, like I said, Dread Nation, a really good reimagined history. If you guys are interested in that, I will put a link in the description below with the ebook, and obviously you can find it at the library. Just search for it. That's all I have for this book review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please check out our YouTube channel where some other librarians and I have done some videos. Please give us a like and subscribe and hit that little bell for a notification. And also check out our Facebook page where we're finally putting up some different programs that we're throwing at the library. Everything is virtual at the moment, so that's why I am continuing on with these book reviews. Yeah, please check us out. Just search for the Frankfurt Public Library. And I'll see you all in the next chapter. Bye.